Hello everyone and welcome back. Exams are just around the corner, aren't they? So it's time for a super quick revision. Today, we're going to master one of ecology's most important chapters, organisms and populations. Let's make sure we lock in those full marks.
हेलो मेरे प्यारे बच्चों I know exam time can be tension time but please बिल्कुल tension नहीं लेना. This chapter is actually surprisingly simple and very logical. Just stick with me and I promise you we'll break it down so well you'll never forget it. Chalo, let's begin.
Okay, let's dive right in. First things first, what exactly is a population? Well, to put it simply, it's just a group of individuals of the same species, all living in the same area. So think of all the lotus plants in a pond, or maybe all the rats in an old building. They live together, they share resources, and they can interbreed. That right there, that's a population.
Now this slide, this is a really key difference you need to get. See, you and I, as individuals, we have a birth and we have a death. It's simple, but when we talk about a population, we look at rates. We don't just track one birth, we track the birth rate. We don't track one death, we track the death rate. We also look at stuff like sex ratio and age distribution. So remember this for your exams. Individuals have single events, populations have rates.
Chalo, let's test that out. Here's a quick exam-style question for you. In a lab, you've got 40 fruit flies. Over 1 week, 4 of them died. So what is the death rate? Come on, think about it for a second. How would you calculate it? Don't worry, the answer's coming right up. And here is the answer. Did you get it? You just divide the number of deaths, which was 4, by the total population, which was 40. So 4 divided by 40 gives you 0.1. The death rate is 0.1 individuals per fruit fly per week. See? It's so simple. This is exactly how we calculate these population rates.
Okay, another super important topic is the age pyramid. This graph is kind of like a population's horoscope. Seriously, just by looking at its shape, you can predict its future. A broad base means lots and lots of young people, so the population is expanding. A more even, straight shape means it's stable. And if the base is narrow, that means fewer young people and the population is declining. This diagram is a big favorite in exams, so pay close attention.
So now we know what a population is. But here's the thing. Populations are never static. They're always changing, right? So now let's explore the story of how they change. The story of population growth. The whole thing really boils down to 4 main factors that can change a population's size. Think of it like simple addition and subtraction. First, you have natality, which is just a fancy word for birth rate. That adds to the population, so that's a plus. Then you have immigration, when individuals from outside join the group. That's another plus. On the flip side, you have mortality, or the death rate, which reduces the population. And so does emigration, when individuals leave. So 2 factors add and 2 factors subtract. Simple.
You know, the great Charles Darwin himself noticed something amazing. He said that if you give any species everything it needs, like unlimited food, unlimited space, it has the potential to just grow and grow and grow. This very idea is the starting point for understanding how populations can just explode in number.
So what happens when you have those unlimited resources? Well, you get this, a J-shaped curve. It's also known as exponential growth. The population starts slow and then, vroom, it just shoots up like a rocket. This is what happens when there are no limits, no brakes on growth. But is that really realistic?
Exactly. In the real world, is there unlimited food? Is there unlimited space? No, nah. Resources are always limited. And when things are limited, what happens? Competition. Everyone has to fight for their own share, and that changes the story of growth completely. This S-shaped curve, which we call logistic growth, is what really happens in nature. See how the population starts slow, then grows fast, just like that J-curve, but then it starts to slow down, and it levels off. So why does it do that? Because it hits a natural limit. And that limit has a very, very important name.
That limit is called carrying capacity, or just K. It's the maximum number of individuals that an environment can handle. Think of it like this. Your mom gives you a tiffin box, a dabba, that can hold exactly 20 laddus. You can't fit 21 in there, right? The environment is like that dabba, and K is the 20 laddus. It's the maximum possible limit.
Now for the final part of our chapter. In nature, nobody lives alone. It's kind of like your classroom. You have friends, you have people you compete with. Well, species are the same. They are constantly interacting. So let's take a look at this whole game of interaction.
This table is a fantastic summary. We use signs to show the effect. A plus sign, our little smiley face, means it's a benefit. A minus sign, the sad face, means it's harmful. And 0, the neutral face, means there's no effect. So in mutualism, both are happy. In competition, both are sad. In predation, one is happy, one is sad. You must remember this table.
When we say predator, we usually think of a tiger and a deer, don't we? But the role is so much bigger than that. Predators are absolutely crucial for a healthy ecosystem. They move energy up the food chain, they keep prey populations under control so they don't get too big, and they even help maintain species diversity by preventing one prey species from just taking over everything.
And here is just a beautiful example of a plus-plus interaction, or mutualism. This is the yucca plant and the yucca moth. The moth pollinates the plant, and the plant gives the moth's larvae a safe place to grow and some food to eat. They literally can't live without each other, so both benefit. Both are happy.
Now, for a minus-minus interaction, competition. There's a really famous rule called Gauss's competitive exclusion principle. I know, it sounds complicated, but it's not. It simply says that if two species are fighting for the exact same limited resource, one of them, the superior competitor, will eventually win, and the other one will just be kicked out.
Let me make it even simpler for you. Think about the final match of a cricket tournament. Can two teams win the same trophy in the same year? No, only one can win. It's the same in nature. Two species can't win the same resource trophy if it's limited. One will eventually be excluded.
And just like that, we are at the end. Phew, that was quick, wasn't it? Let's do a super fast final revision of the most important points that you absolutely must know to get those top marks in your exam.
Okay, get ready to take a mental screenshot. You must remember the difference between an individual birth and a population birth rate. The 3 age pyramids, expanding, stable, and declining. The J-curve versus the S-curve. Remember the rocket versus the realistic curve. The definition of carrying capacity, our Ladu Daba. And finally, that amazing interaction table with the smiley and sad faces. Revise these 5 points and you are all set.
And that's it. You have now mastered the core concepts of this chapter. Go into that exam hall with confidence and just ace it. All the best, my dear Bachon. And hey, as you leave, here's a little thought for you. If K, the carrying capacity, is the limit for every species, what does that mean for our own human population? Think about it.